Welcome, everybody. Boys, welcome to another episode of Cantinho Benfiquista podcast. Friday night, here to talk about Rangers game, a difficult game to watch. It was a little bit stressful, but we got something out of it at the end. Welcome. How you guys doing?
Good night, fellas. How's everyone?
It's Friday, guys. That's Friday. Happy Friday.
Yeah, happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Hey, Miguel, I'm here too, buddy.
For those of you watching us, make sure you guys are joining the conversation, leaving us your thoughts, leaving us your questions, as always. And, of course, thank you for watching. So today, again, before we get started, Exotic Dream Rental. Don't forget about them. Again, check them out on Facebook. You can book through them. $10 off per day. Let them know we sent you. Patrick's a good guy. He'll take care of you. Again, located in Massachusetts. If you're in the area, you don't have to be from Massachusetts. If you're going to be around surrounding states, looking for a ride, looking for a rental, reach out again on Facebook, Exotic Dream Rental. Let them know we sent you. In terms of what we're going to cover today, no one expected that. Definitely didn't expect that 3-3 draw against Rangers, especially the way it happened. We all predicted some very different scores. Kenny had a 2-2. Jay had a 2-1. Oscar had a 1-1. And I had a 1-0. Turns out we were all wrong. We want more of that Rafa. We'll talk about Rafa's performance, what we thought, his inconsistencies. If only we could see that type of play, game in and game out, be helpful. Benfica Braga, big game on Sunday. Minhoto's coming to town off a 4-0 defeat to Leicester on Thursday in England. See how they react to that. And then we'll have our predictions. And, of course, we can talk about any questions you guys may have, any thoughts. Again, leave your comments in the video and join the discussion. And for those of you who are watching on Facebook, make sure that you like the page. If you're on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. Don't leave us hanging. So, boys, Thursday's game. For me, it was a game of three phases. For me, it was first 20 minutes. We looked good. We took the lead. We controlled it. After the red card, we sat back. We looked hesitant. We looked shattered. Looked shot for confidence. 77th minute, we get that second goal out of nothing. And then 92nd minute or 91st minute, we tie it up. How do we break this one down? What are you guys thinking here?
Yeah, I'll start. I mean, talk about a roller coaster of a game, right? Up and down in the first half, and then down and up in the second half, right? So, I think this is a result. It's more of a, even though we came out with a tie, it felt more like a win. I didn't think after that first half that we stood a chance in getting any point out of the game. So it definitely is a better result than I think we played. But I do think Benfica's in big trouble with the Letrais. I just don't see anyone that can play in whether on the right side or the left side. Against any team that can play, we're going to be in trouble. And I think against Braga, we're going to be in trouble again. And again, that midfield, although I think Tarat did a little bit better, I don't see any creativity in that midfield. They're just not, for me, they're not creating enough chances. And it showed yesterday.
Yeah, Jay, Oscar, what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, for me, I kind of agree with Kenny. It was an up and down game. Luckily, we did end up getting the tie. To me, the best thing I take out of this game is that we never gave up and we fought till the end. I'm not gonna lie, I was sitting watching that game and I'm like, this is it. We're not gonna come back and win this game at all. And then we snuck one in with the second goal, and with Darwin working like a horse, just never giving up on the play, and Rafa got that easy tap in, and then Luka with the pass to Darwin late in the 90th to score. I mean, it's just good for us just to see that we're down, but we were never out, and we came back and tied the game.
Oscar, what are your thoughts?
Well, let me. I can just start off. I actually liked the lineup that Jesus started with. It was a game. I did. I
saw
liked
so many
that,
people complaining, especially with Peasy as the kind of second forward, even though
No. It was the opposite. You could tell from the beginning. Rafa was up top with Seth.
Yeah.
So I liked the from the midfield up. I liked it from the defense. Diogo and Tavares is probably a game I would have given it to them to start, and it proved it itself. On the first 20 minutes, we dominated that game. If it was 11v11 the whole game, I think we would have came out with a win easily. I think so. We looked good, and then obviously the Otamendi mistake. You guys can call it. He's experienced. He knows if he touches anybody there, he's gonna get a red card. I would think if obviously you talk after the game or from outside, but if you see a guy like that with his experience, even if we concede 11-11, it'll be a tie game. All right.
Yeah.
Just don't get a red there. You put the whole team. Now the whole team is coming back tired for they had to play 70 minutes without a guy. It wasn't a pleasant thing to see, especially from him with the experience that he has. And then, what can I say? I think we got lucky to come back to this game. I don't think we worked as hard as Tank thinks about the whole 90 minutes with 10 guys. I thought we were defending. That's fine. I thought
I'm not saying that we played well at all. To be honest with you, I just like the fight at the end, when we brought in Darwin. As soon as we brought in Darwin and Luka, we changed the way we played.
No, I totally get it. But we never if you think about it, I mentioned this in a few texts to you guys. We were defending behind the half with the 10 guys. We're playing not like I thought we were up 1-0 defending the result. That's how we were. I felt to me how we were playing. I wanted to see these guys, even if we conceded 3 more goals. I don't care. Just pressure these guys because that's the only chance you get of winning. It worked out for us. We scored in the 91st minute, the tying goal, but it came from nowhere. Both second half goals came from nowhere. We were not playing to score those goals. If you guys remember a game, I think it was last year when we were playing against Porto, and we got a red card, or they got a red card early in the game. I remember that. Remember this, and then no, it was for the league, and then they ended up beating us 2-0. I think it was in the Dragão. They went down one guy, and then they played the whole game or 70, 65 minutes without one guy, and ended up beating us 2-0. That was last year. I think that's when Bruno Lage, one of the losses he had to Porto. That's what I call pressuring hard and not caring being down. Benfica yesterday.
Last year we lost 3-2 with the Dragão.
Yeah, dude, you're thinking 2 years.
You're thinking of the Taça game when it was 0-0, the final the Taça de Portugal. Porto got a red card in the first half, and we ended up losing
2-0.
Yes,
2-0. Yeah, that game. But they were playing most of the game without a guy, and they came and they created chances. They dominated us with 10 guys. So that's what I felt like I wanted to see from Benfica yesterday, especially playing at home against the Rangers. And I didn't see it. But like Kenny said, the result was better than the performance.
Yeah, I agree. I think I guess I'm not going to say I was surprised to see that we sat back. Rangers were exposing our outside backs a lot. They have a lot of pace out wide. That Kent kid was just torching our outside backs. They were just creating a lot of problems for us. The field was wet. It was a heavy pitch. I think that played into it. Again, a game every 3 days plays into it as well. I just think that, again, we got fortunate. Steven Gerrard said it after the game that, the team didn't manage the game well. Surprisingly, he had 5 subs to make, Steven Gerrard, and he made 1. Just think about that. He made 1 sub, up 3-1 with a red card, and he made 1 sub. He didn't look to kill off the game. Even when we went up 3-2, he didn't look to, put another center back in there to kind of solidify the game. He didn't do anything like that, which was surprising, and that's been one of his biggest criticisms.
Doesn't trust the death on the team.
They gave that game away. We should have never tied that game. Never.
I mean, it's the other way around. Imagine if we're on the Rangers side and our team blew that game the way they did. How pissed?
I would have been pissed, especially against 10 guys. And you have to think they had a few goals given. Almost they could have. Vaco saved one, was legit, like right on the 6, and the other one hit the post. Like they could have put the game away, like way before even Darwin or Rafa scored our goals. But they listen. Like I said, we play lucky, and we got lucky that game.
But then again, we also could have gone up 2-0 with Pizzi's left-footed chance that he puts wide, and then in that next play is when we get the red card. So I want to go through the plays here just to kind of get everyone's thoughts on kind of how things unfolded. So first, I think moment of the game is the red card. And if you see here, for me, one thing that highlighted me this red card was, yes, Otamendi shouldn't have done what he did. I think it's unfortunate. He tries to get around the guy. He just clips his legs. It happens a lot. But if you notice here, when you're playing a high line, defensive high line, if there's no pressure on the ball and you have two center backs who are slow, you are asking for trouble. Otamendi and Vertonghen are playing at midfield. Look where this ball is with no pressure on them. I mean, a professional soccer player, you got 40 yards to aim at, right? I mean, you just lob it over the back line, go chase it. If you get it, you get it. But you got no margin for, like, your margin for error is tiny, right? And the fact that he's got no pressure, Seferovic is just moping around. Pizzi didn't put pressure on him. The fact that then the defenders don't realize there's no pressure on the ball. I need to drop off. And they didn't. And I think that is the one thing that stood out for me on that red card, apart from what happened after this ball's played in over the top. That's the one thing that stood out for me. I'm not sure if you guys noticed anything different, but for me, that's what stood out.
No, the picture doesn't show the defenders.
Correct, but they're at midfield.
Yeah, and then, they did this a lot. That game, and they've done, and a lot of teams have done this to us. It's one of they just drop balls over the top. They know our center backs are weak, not weak, but they're slow and they're vulnerable, and it's definitely a game plan that teams are coming in with. Yeah, and then second play, which Tank, I'm sorry, you're gonna get upset with me, but the truth hurts.
So we have here, and I sent the video in the chat, or in our group chat. Let me just bring it up here. So their first goal, the one thing that I noticed is, so if you look here, right, we got pressure on the ball. The guy on the sidelines marked, I believe that's Pizzi at the guy at the edge of the box. Nuno Tavares pressures the guy that's on his back to the end line, or to the sideline, and then he plays it back, and then he steps out and lets this guy run off his back.
Yep.
Right? Dude, he doesn't track his runner.
You don't see he's in line with the midfield? Come on, man.
Yeah.
But the thing, like, right, he literally just, he steps out and lets this guy just run off his shoulder. And I mean, the guy, look at all the space this guy's got to run into, right? And that's just the one, I didn't notice it in live play, right? I said that in the text message. I didn't notice it. After they showed the highlights at halftime, I watched it back, and I was like, what the hell? Like, how is no one noticing that Tavares just let him go by himself? It's frustrating to me. And that's the one thing that I always say to you guys is the thing that concerns me the most with Tavares is his defensive positioning. Offensively, I think he's fine. He's adequate. He can give us enough. There's moments in the game, and again, it's going to come with maturity and time. There's moments in the game where he allows himself to be exposed because of his lack of defensive positional awareness.
I don't. The thing is with Tavares is, like, if the game continued the way it was the first 20 minutes, he probably would have been another MVP of the game, right? Because we were having possession, we were attacking, right? As soon as the game, like I said from the beginning, with Tavares is when somebody puts pressure on him, right? He folds, and that happened with the other kid too, Diogo. It's legit. Like these kids, I know they're 20 years old. If they're playing a team that's a little bit better quality, they're gonna struggle. They're absolutely gonna struggle, and that's what scares me is playing a better quality team. If we were in Champions League right now, I'll legit would like not watch the games.
Yeah, he'd get eaten alive. He's
I'm lying. I definitely will watch the But hey, when we went down 3-1, I turned it off. I figured maybe when I turn it back on, they'll be tied, and then that never happened. Then I watched a little bit at the end, and we tied.
What's wrong with you?
But this I've seen. This isn't the first goal that's happened like this. I feel like this happens almost every game. We're getting beat in that give and go type scenario with Tavares being out of position, and the problem to me is I understand he's our youth player and we want to give him time, but Benfica doesn't have time to play around with this stuff. Like Benfica, I want better quality than Nuno Tavares at that position.
But we don't. What else do we have though? Right now, we don't.
No, I know, but they better. I mean, they had a chance to fix that over the
January.
Break.
Yeah.
And come the window, come the transfer window. Hopefully they figure something else out because. I mean, I've had enough of it. I know Tank likes him. I know a lot of people want to give the youth chances, but we're suffering goals every game because of this.
They just look. If Jesus can work him defensively, he's got the offensively. He's fine, and he can be a weapon, right?
I don't know if he's that great offensively either.
Dude, he's
good enough though.
If you
let's hear it. I want to hear your.
No, the only thing I'll say this that was a bad mistake. But at the end of the day, I know that led to Diogo's own goal. But besides that, you really can't say anything else that he really did that bad in that game. You really can't. I understand that he came out at halftime, but I understand that
both goals first half, both goals were on his side.
The second goal,
second goal. Check the play.
They crossed the ball.
It's not his fault.
It went to Diogo and Weigl was over there.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
Then it might have been a third goal.
Back, he loses the ball.
The third goal is not even on the field.
It's Grimaldo. Okay.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Blame that one too. He was on the bench.
The second goal.
I'll tell you this. That play alone, I will definitely give you that he played. That was bad. But besides that, I really don't think that he did anything bad else in that game. But you guys talk about Grimaldo and this and that. What did Grimaldo do when he first came in the game?
That's coming up for you. You're gonna get your chance to talk about that one. So
you guys talk about who else do we have there? You guys talk about Nuno Tavares, but Grimaldo isn't any better.
No, they need to go to the window and buy. They need to get something. They need another player there. But that second goal, I think it was him and Seth were up top and they lose the ball.
They did.
And Nuno Tavares does not hustle back.
But he can't. There's no way he's gonna get back there. Listen, there's no way he gets back. But the bigger problem with the second goal is if you look at this image here, you got Weigl goes out to the guy that's doing the overlap. Diogo Gonçalves, he stands off of him. This picture makes it look like he's closer, but he's a good 5-6 yards away from him. And he kind of just lackadaisically puts his leg out there to block it instead of coming out at him. This guy probably ran a good 3-4 yards with the ball before unleashing. And look at the positioning of Odysseus. I mean, how does he concede that goal from where he's standing? That ball was like a slow dribbler. The way he reacts to it makes it seem like he thought it was going out. Similar to what he did against Bolonenses last year, where he let the ball bounce and it ended up in the back of the net. Look at his positioning before that ball leaves the guy's foot. And between him and that near post, how does he concede that?
How? Ask Eder scored almost identical goal almost for a little farther out. It just goes, there's people in front of the ball.
No, I'm sorry. I got frustrated. Vlaco needs to make it a
at near post. You can't concede that goal.
He needs to make a dive for that ball.
Eder scored the same exact goal. And Francis' goal is not a goalie is not the worst in the world. But Loris is not the worst in the world. Okay, and he conceded the same goal.
Look, I get that. I don't know if he shouldn't be beat near post like that.
I don't know if he can see the ball.
I think
play. I don't know.
For me, there's two issues in that play. For me, it's Diogo Gonçalves doesn't close him down fast enough. And for me, I think Vlaco Dimos should have done better there. I mean, if you watch the actual goal, the ball he didn't hit it well. It dribbles into the net. Dude, it was very surprising.
He legit just went to the ground and got right back up. He didn't even try to dive. Needs to go on and Mal nada. He just sat there. He just got up and looking around. He should have dove for that.
Let's see. Then the third goal. Jason, you'll have your chance here. So third goal.
Guys, it was Nuno Tavares' fault. He was on the bench.
So you keep saying that, but when did we praise Grimaldo? I mean, defensively, we always said Grimaldo needs Servi there to help him defend. We've always said that from the beginning.
And I just literally just said there's no solution at the Latrage.
So look at this play here, right? We got 1, 2, 3, 4 guys here. The ball's here, right? And Grimaldo is here, right? Totally out of position, and his guy's here, right? Like, so look at the space they have to play. They played this ball in, and he kind of just swung his leg at it, missed it, and then this guy just comes down the line, right? Vertonghen's tracking with this guy with Otamendi. Gilberto knows this guy's on his shoulder, right? If you watch the actual play out, he like does one of those, I'm so tired, I'm going to sprint, put my head down and try to get back, right? He finally gets back, and then he's the only guy in the box. Let me just bring up that image. There's no other guy in the box but him and the guy on his shoulder and the guy that's between Otamendi. Look at this, right? You track back perfectly because you know the guy's on your shoulder, and you watch the ball and forget that the guy's behind you.
Hey, guys, can I say whose fault this goal was? Jorge Jesus. You know why? Wait. He's been putting Tavares in the left back and pushing Grimaldo to midfield. So Grimaldo's confused, poor guy. He's like, he thinks he's a midfielder now. So like right there, he's playing midfield. He's not playing. He's not being a defender. That's all.
Holy crap!
I remember seeing that, and Grimaldo was telling who was up there with him on that side. Was that still Everton, or was that someone else?
It looks like Rafa's there.
I think it was.
I remember Grimaldo was telling which he's wrong. He's telling Rafa to accompany the guy with the ball, with the guy making the run, and that's when he stepped in. So he's totally at fault. He should have stayed with the guy on the outside. But Gilberto, he knew it the minute that ball went in. That got by him. He knew it was his fault. He just got beat there. He didn't follow it through.
Yeah, it was just frustrating, like the comedy of errors that we had on 2 of those goals at least is frustrating. And then biggest moment of the game, this kid, the passion this kid has. Is like, if you watch back the goal that he scored, again, we've talked about the partnership between him and Luka, given that they've not played together for very long, is more than you could have ever really thought of. But like that ball that he plays into him, perfectly weighted shot, perfectly weighted pass, one-on-one with the goalie, like young kid. Imagine if he had missed that chance, Oscar would have had a field day in this conversation today.
I like Darwin.
I'm not saying you don't, but I'm just saying, imagine he misses that goal. Like 3-2, the pressure's on you, 91st minute, 21 years old. You've had some pressure on you already, and like the ice veins to just slot that away.
I would have mentioned the 25 million 100% on this podcast. I would have been like, there's $25 million that they wasted on this guy, and he misses on a crucial moment. Of course, I would have.
And to go to speaking of Darwin, I was more impressed on the second goal and how he fought and kept like it just going after the ball. Like nobody was gonna stop him, and then even passing it back to Rafa, like that was like it looked like just a simple play, but he like that. I was so astonished. Like it got me like so excited for the rest of the game. I'm like, come on, we're gonna come back and sneak a tie in somehow, and. You're right as well. Scoring that in the 90th minute just shows that you can come up clutch if we need it. So.
Yeah, it's a definitely a nice finish, and Luka and Darwin are really the only bright spots for me on this team right now.
They asked them. Hold on, man. They asked Jorge Jesus after the game in the press conference.
I thought Rafa played pretty well.
They asked him. Rafa's amazing.
We're gonna go into Rafa. Hold on, we're gonna go into Rafa. But they asked Jorge Jesus why. Or asked him about switching the players up. Darwin not starting, Seferovic or Luka not starting. And he said, isto é gestão da equipa que eles domingo vão estar que nem uma bala.
I think Jorge Jesus sees it too in like practice or something, because like he's like, dude, I think I really do have 2 good strikers to play up front. And like they even when Darwin scored, Luka went right to him and like they were celebrating. Like they were just so happy. I was like, you just feel a really good partnership growing between them.
Did you see Darwin slide to the fans? Like it was amazing.
Alfredo, do we think Seferovic puts that away in his position?
No, not with the right foot. With the right foot is legit goes to corner flag.
That needs at least 5 of those to score one. He needs at least 5 of those opportunities to score one.
No, if it was with the left foot, maybe. With the right foot, that position with Darwin one's definitely corner flag. He probably misses the ball. Hey, Danny, defend your boy, Danny. Come on.
Speaking of Rafa, we've talked about him before, hot and cold. We said it before the game. We were texting each other. The thing with Rafa is he's so fast. He's quick. Like, drop the shoulder, he's gone. His problem is he can't put it together in terms of doing it with the ball at his feet. Yesterday, we saw a little bit of that, right? He was quick. Like the play that he missed, he shot it like to the corner flag.
Yeah, in the second half.
He goes by like 3 guys.
Yeah.
Right? It reminded me of, like, you know, when you play pickup game with like a group of kids that you don't know, but they're not very good, and you're just like, all right, I'm just going to take it from one side to the other. It reminded me of that. Like, he literally just like bang, 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 go by that guy. Okay, and now I'm going to shoot. And I think I might have gone out for a throw-in. I don't think it went out the end line.
Yeah, it's like when you're playing PlayStation, right? And you instead of hitting the shoot button, you hit the pass button off to the side. That's what it feels like.
Come on, guys. Let give the guy some credit. Look, let's. One thing is, he's not. I get it. He does.
He was the best player.
He does. It's my best player yesterday too. Not only did he score one, the own goal was basically all him. The own goal that we scored the very first minute, like he's the one who took the ball in,
and the touch that he takes with that ball in the air brings it down.
Amazing. So not only that, if he just gets to finish better, but they're using him as a winger. I mean, if he can do what he's doing, I'm fine with it. I don't think that. And then plus, what was this? He had a lot of goals last year. He was one of our top goal scorers. Him and Peasy, right?
He did. He went on a streak. He went on a streak for a little bit. I
know
remember that game against Sporting that he came in.
He scored 2 in the second half. 2 goals.
Yeah.
I know Jonathan, probably your cousin, that knows Rafa really well. But Trivela scored on those guys.
I think though the thing with Rafa is we want to see these type of games. Like, we want to continue to see these type of games going forward. It's just like he has one of these games, then like against Braga, he doesn't show up, or he won't show up for 2 games, and then he'll have another good game. Like, it's just he needs to kind of put it together and just do it every single game, and that's when he'll become the Rafa that we paid $16 million for.
Wait. Let's be fair to this guy, because not you don't see Ronaldo having a good game every game. Like,
no, but Oscar, let's be like. There's games that you sit there and like, dude, take Rafa off the field. Like,
yeah, but you can't compare Ronaldo with Rafa, right? Yeah. Ronaldo's a guy that he can be there for 90 minutes. He gets the ball once and it's in the back of the net, right?
That's what everybody look. João, the Atlético Madrid paid $126 million for him, right? And he absolutely has off days. And
I know that, but I guess the positive thing for Rafa is the way that I look at it is a lot of the chances that he misses, he creates himself.
Mm-hmm.
Right, like it's not like guys are playing for him and he's like blowing these chances, right? He's blowing a chance regardless. But like we just saw this yesterday, a lot of the chances that he creates is for himself. Like, he'll just beat guys, right? And again, the problem is he like loses the ball on his feet.
Mm-hmm.
He's going so fast, he like can't put it all together, and then he's like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna swing my leg at it."
Mike, what if that play that we're talking about, is the last play of the game to tie it?
Oh my God,
he misses it. We're probably talking differently about Rafa today.
Correct. Yeah, but overall, I thought he did well.
He had a great game. He missed that goal. I get it, but that's the only miss he had.
Defensively,
Rafa was running all over the place.
That play that he had when the ball was going off for a corner kick, and
he ran all the way back to get it.
Yeah, I mean, that was like 80th minute or 70th minute.
Grimaldo was nowhere to be found, and he passed Grimaldo and stopped the ball from going out to a corner kick.
Ele foi a pesca. He was just too busy. He wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. It's this team is scary this year. It's scary. It's like you can have a good game and beat teams 5-0 like they beat Famalicão, and then all of a sudden lose 3-0 to Boa Vista. It was so up and down. It's not convincing.
But it's like it's kind of expected because, like, well, now we're getting Grimaldo back and Ender Almeida's coming back. But like, we lost 3 starters basically from last season.
When's Almeida coming back?
At the end of this month, that's what he said.
No, I doubt he'll be ready to play.
I mean, I don't know. But anyways, we lost 3.
He's done for the season.
That's what I thought. I thought he was.
He's done for the season. There's no chance he's coming back to play.
He tore his whole knee up.
Yeah, he had surgery. They said Benfica said they're looking to buy a right back in January because of it.
Are you sure? I'm getting rid of this app.
And hopefully a left back too.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
All right, let's transition to this weekend's game. So we have Braga at home. Braga started off not so well. I'm sure if you guys remember, they lost their first game at the Estando de Dragão 3-1. They lost their second game to Santa Clara at home 1-0, and since then they went 6 games winning. That includes Europa League and the Portuguese League, and then they just lost on Thursday to Leicester in England for Europa League. It's going to be a difficult match, and normally it is, although the numbers will show differently. So if we just look back, we lost to them 1-0 last year or this year, but last season with that corner kick. We beat them in the away game 4-0. We beat them again 4-1. 18-19 we won 6-2 at home, and then 17-18 we won 3-1. Again, I feel like normally these games are tougher than maybe the score will say, but I guess I want to get your thoughts on kind of what we expect, lineup, any changes. But I will say David Carmo and Fran Sergio are suspended. They were suspended 3 games. After the Braga game against Vitória de Guimarães, there was some chaos, grabbing shirts and stuff. So they both got suspended 3 games. So they've served 1 game so far. They beat Famalicão last week 1-0. So they got 2 more games that they're not going to be in. It appears that Rui Fonte and Ricardo Horta are going to be out with an injury. The one thing that stands out for me, the way that I recognize Carlos Carvalhal and the way he sets up his teams is he normally likes to play with a 3 at the back with the wing backs or a flat 5. Surprisingly, when I was going through their games, the first 2 games of the season that they lost, he played in a 5-3-2 at the Dragão and lost 3-1, which was normally what we saw him do at Rio Ave last year and worked well. In his second game at home, he went with a 3-5-2, so he moved those wing backs a little bit further up, played with 3 center backs. He lost that game 1-0 at home. Since then, he's gone with the traditional 4-4-2, which I think is interesting. I think that in a traditional 4-4-2, maybe it doesn't hurt us as much. I'll be surprised if he reverts back to a 5 at the back in this game, given that it didn't work from his first 2 games. But I guess want to get your thoughts on, again, where do we think we could be exposed? Who do we think should be playing? Who should not be playing?
Those games, though, are like legit off last few years. Sapinto was a coach, wasn't he?
No.
It was. I know it was.
He was one of the years.
I think the 6-1 game. I know, like a lot of those games, Sapinto was a coach, and he can never figure ours out. And then all of a sudden, last year, I think Ruben Amorim beat us 1-0.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the guy that's at Sporting. I believe it was Palhinha that scored.
All right. Like I was saying earlier, if Benfica for some reason against these teams like the Guimarães and we have their number for some reason. Last year we didn't. It was off. If we had fans, I'll be so confident for this game. And plus, Braga playing away to Leicester, coming back tired, losing the game. We felt like we won this game, even though we tied. So we come a little bit motivated. We played in a home. We didn't travel. So we have all the chips in our hand to win this game. I feel a comfortable win.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ken.
No, go. I was going to say Kenny or Jay.
Basically, I think it's still going to be an issue with our wings, our left back and right back. They have pretty good wingers. They have Nico. They have Galeno. They have Yuri Medeiros. they could expose us easily, like any other team has on each flank. I think it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be one of those back and forth games. Even though they are missing a few key pieces with Francesio and David Carmo, and I think Ricardo Horta is probably one of their bigger losses, being hurt. Kid had a fantastic season last year, but it's still going to be a contested game. Oscar thinks it's going to be one of those hammy ones, but I think it's going to be a very tough game.
Yeah, I think I'm trending a little bit towards the idea that it's going to be a comfortable game. Although I'm not comfortable with our fullbacks. I don't know what we're going to do there, and I think Braga will have some opportunity to sneak one in, but I think we'll win the game pretty comfortably.
Yeah. So looking back at the games, the last at least 4 games or 3 games have been Sapinto.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And Sapinto could never figure us out. I felt comfortable going into Sapinto, because it's going to be another goleada.
Someone wrote it was a bell there. It was a bell before Ruben Amorim.
No, so Sapinto.
No, Sapinto
before Sapinto.
Yeah, Abel was before Sapinto. Sapinto was those off games with Sapinto, and then came Ruben Amorim beat us.
I believe the 6-2 game. I'm just pulling it up here. I believe the 6-2 game was.
No, I just saw the comment.
Yeah, I think. Let me see here. The 6-2 game, I believe, was Abel Ferreira.
Yeah. So, but then the other ones were Sapinto, and then Amorim beat us last year.
Yeah.
And then right after that game, he went to Sporting.
Yeah.
Not too long after.
Can we just, I guess, address the elephant in the room? Seeing Gaetan on the field in a Braga shirt against Benfica, that's going to hurt a little bit.
Who did he get into a fight with the Benfica in preseason? It was a Benfica player. Him, they went at it.
I want to say it was a defender, one of the defenders, but I can't remember. I know what you're talking about.
Whoever the defender is, right, Parrua. You don't play around with you, dude.
No, it was I forget who it was. I know that they were heated against each other. I don't know who it was, but yeah. I don't know. What are
we thinking for lineups? I guess let's start at the back. Odysseus obviously starts, but I do want to say, I talked about it in the text message, but Elton Late's got to be regretting this move. No.
I don't think so. I mean,
no.
I don't. How do you come to Benfica not thinking that you're going to take out Vlaco Dimas? He's been here.
But he was, dude. Elton Late was rated or voted best goalie of the month, like 3 of the last 6 months of the season.
Yeah, but you can't expect him to come in and just take Vlaco's spot.
I'm not saying he didn't even play in preseason.
He's gonna play the Taças. Watch the Taça de Portugal in the Liga.
But the fact that he didn't play preseason is
right there. He's getting paid money.
Yeah, I get he's paying. He's 29 years old, I believe, so he's not young. But I don't know. He was a starter at Boa Vista. You come here, you don't even play a preseason game, and there's a jogar os feijões nos treinos.
He gets the opportunity to play for a Champions League team. He has a chance to win the championship. He has. I mean, he's like you said, he's getting a little older, so he's trying to probably get some championships. And no, I mean, to be honest, you never know. Vlaco could probably be sold in the summer, and then he's our number 1 next season. Like, you don't. It could be all right. Who knows?
All right back. Do we stick with Diogo Gonçalves or do we go with cement shoes Gilberto?
Diogo.
Hold on. People in the chat, let us know your thoughts. Who do you think should play in these positions as we run through them? So Gilberto or Diogo?
I say Diogo.
Can we put Serbia right back?
Well, do you guys see a scenario where he plays Grimaldo on the left and Nuno Tavares on the right?
Dude, don't even go there, dude. He played. He did that. They did that last year. Tomas Tavares at left back.
Honestly,
Tavares played right back last year when Almeida got
hurt. Right.
And Tomas Tavares played left back.
Yeah, it was both brothers on each side.
But they're not brothers. Stupid.
Wait, aren't they both Tavares?
Caralho, are you related to every Barroso? Stupid.
I thought they were brothers for some reason. I thought
and they look nothing alike.
We're talking about.
Shut up.
Aren't they both African American?
Oh my god! Yeah, African American. You're an idiot. He's not American. So. So stupid. Right. right back.
No, but yeah, I Diogo Gonçalves and Gilberto both to me matter. So I honestly, for me personally, I think he's gonna play Nuno Tavares and Grimaldo.
Hey,
To
to go with Danny's Oscar, did that app tell you to go with Danny's? Did that app tell you that they're brothers?
No, that doesn't tell. They're both Tavares. I figure they're both brothers. I don't know.
Cousins.
Center back.
I say Diogo on the right.
I say I'm torn. Diogo, I think, gives us more offensively. Gilberto, I'm not sure what he gives us defensively or offensively. Did you see him try to nutmeg that guy?
Dude, to be honest, I think Diogo won that job. Like,
He didn't look good in the
Gilberto.
No one's won their jobs on those positions.
Yeah,
no
well, you have out of those two, who you gonna like? I'd rather pick Diogo over Gilberto.
I would too. But
I mean, those are the options that you have. You have to pick the best one.
Yeah, I just did. Nuno Tavares and Grimaldo. I think Gilberto and Diogo Gonçalves. I don't think Diogo Gonçalves can play in the back like that. I don't think he had a good game at all.
I don't think he did either. But all right, center backs. Are we going? Jean Miguel says somebody's at right back.
I'm saying
he can play anywhere.
The Belgian and Otamendi.
We sticking with them? We think they're gonna?
I think you have to because of. I mean, it's a big game, and you're not gonna just toss like Ferro. I mean,
I think Jardel gets in there.
You can toss Jardel, but dude, Jardel's slow, but he did play pretty.
They're all slow.
Mikey's saying Ferro. I think the fact that he hasn't played, I think, tells us that he's not.
If anything, it's going to be Jardel.
I think Ferro's like fourth option, fifth option at this point. I think he'd rather play Weigl and somebody's at center back than Ferro at this point.
You know, surprised me. Like we were playing with 10 guys, and the first option out of the bench was Jardel instead of Ferro, and we figured like we need speed to catch up to these guys, especially playing down a guy, and he used Jardel. Speed, I mean, like that. Because if we're attacking,
Ferro's not fast. Have you seen him?
Faster than Jardel, 100%.
I would be willing to bet he's not. Have you seen Ferro?
I've seen him on TV. I haven't seen him like I haven't raced him.
I wouldn't say that he's faster than Jardel. I'll tell you that.
I think he might be faster than Jardel.
Danny thinks he's not benching any of them all season.
To be honest, I think he's gonna like Jorge Jesus likes experienced center back, so like I kind of don't disagree with that.
No, and if he does rest him, it's gonna be in the league games. Not league games, the cup games.
Someone in the Europa League.
Ferro might play after the international break. We're playing a team from the third division, I think Pedres or something like that.
Paredes.
Yeah, that's when they'll play.
Is it Paredes? Yeah, Paredes away. So I could see him playing then, but I don't see him getting in. Bill says Oscar sees Ferro running on FIFA.
Dude, last time I played FIFA, I don't think Ferro existed. But if he did exist, it would have been on my reserves team. He never makes the bench.
Left back. Do we think Grimaldo comes right back in?
Yes.
I would start Nuno.
Okay. Fair. I think Grimaldo comes back in. The fact that he put him in the second half of that game tells me that he wanted to get him back up to speed to get him back in the game on Sunday.
Like I think Grimaldo starts, but I would start Nuno. But.
All right. Center mids. This is the big question mark in this team. Like,
I hate this. I hate them.
Samaris Gabriel.
That's what you want, but that's not.
Gabby Peasy for me.
Oh man, I don't know, dude. I think it's gonna be Gabriel and Tarat again.
Yeah, you took that out of my mouth. I
don't want it, but I think that's what it's gonna be.
The thing for me is, like I've told you guys before, Jorge Jesus likes Tarat.
É chato, man.
He likes his characteristics, right? And he is. Ele é teimoso. If he thinks of something, it has to be that thing, right? He's not going to give up on it. What I would like to see, Samaris and Gabriel. What I think is going to happen is Tarat and Weigl.
Dude, I thought they played pretty good.
In the first 20 minutes, I thought they were looking good.
I hate Tarat. I mean, I'm not a Tarat guy. I'm not a huge fan of him, but I can't really complain that much of how he played.
But he did rest Gabriel. I don't know if that means something.
He did rest Gabriel.
It means something.
But
It's
I'm gonna go back to the comment that I made on Wednesday night. He rested Gabriel.
and Peasy came out.
Do we think that? And let me just see. Or he was on the bench. Do we think if he doesn't play, if he doesn't start on Sunday, are we then?
There's an issue. There's an issue. Yeah.
Are we convinced that there's an issue?
Yes.
I want to believe that he rested him, but I just have an inkling feeling that there's something there. I don't know. Jorge Jesus, for some reason, he's one of those guys like Mourinho, where they go somewhere new and they pick a guy and that's it. Like they're the black sheep. They're not going to, give them the benefit of the doubt. They're going to have something wrong with them and they're just not going to play with them.
You should go work for CMTV. You're making time for my study.
Okay. Then let's see if he starts on Sunday.
I wish there was an issue with Tarat instead.
Yeah. Did you guys, anyone that watched it on To The End, the guy kept calling him Tarabat, and it was driving me nuts. I was texting Bill. I'm like, dude, someone needs to correct this guy. Tarabat. That's not even his name.
I was saying that center back's name wrong for like 2 weeks.
Our wingers, who are we going with? Everton, Rafa?
I mean, Everton is definitely – he's not getting – I mean, he's played like every game. So, yeah, I would assume Everton – no, I actually think it's going to be Everton and Peasy.
Everton and Rafa for me. Because I have Peasy playing in the middle with Gabby, so.
So, Kenny, you think he's going Everton, Peasy?
Because I have Tarat and Gabriel.
And then so then I'm assuming you're thinking he's going to go Rafa and Darwin.
No, Luke
and Darwin.
No,
he's not going to play?
Unless he's
Kenny's playing like 12 players on the field. Are you saying Rafa's not going to start?
I'm saying Everton and Peasy, Luca and Darwin up top, and Gabriel and Tarat in the middle.
So no Rafa on the bench. Well, Rafa did play the whole game, and he legit like ran himself to the ground. He was I don't know how he recuperated to play tomorrow or Sunday. I think I'm still going with Everton on the bench. And I'm putting Rafa and Peasy on each side, Luca and Darwin up top.
Yeah, I agree with Alfredo here. Everton, too big of a game to sit. It's a big price tag over his head to sit a guy like that in this game. I can't see it happen.
He does need a break, though. But
it does. But if there was a break, I would have thought it would have happened against Rangers.
It's not going to be this game.
But then also thinking ahead, this is our last game for like a week and a half. Right? So and then you just hope he recovers?
Another thing you have to think, like Jesus came out and said, we need Rafa this, Rafa that. He's the best player on the field today. We need guys like this. This is how we're going to win championships. And then the next game to leave him on the bench, it doesn't make sense to me. Yeah. So and then he took Peasy out 19 minutes in. So Peasy's resting.
I'm glad he didn't ride it out because we needed to drop on the wing.
Yeah. So Peasy is fresh. He can come into the game. And then obviously you rested Luca and Darwin for a reason. So if he has the same like thought process that I'm thinking, he can't maybe give Everton a rest. He needs it.
Yeah, I think he's going to go Everton, Rafa. I think he plays the best team again. Last game, I know that they've been burnt out with games every 3 days.
So you're sitting Peasy.
You're going to play the best team. Our best games have come with Gabby and Peasy in the middle.
I would sit Peasy in this game.
Wow, that's a bold.
Against Braga is not, man.
I don't think it's going to happen, but I don't think that we get enough from him in that midfield role. But then also playing him out wide, then we lose either Everton or Rafa. Would it make sense to play Peasy and Rafa, one on each side? Yeah, but I don't see him sitting Everton in this game. It's a big game, a last game with a week and a half of a break for international break. I don't see him choosing this game to rest people.
Yeah, no way. I don't either.
But you're going to sit your captain.
Yeah, one of.
Hey, just go back. You have this.
Took him out.
You have.
If that was last year. Right. Hold on. If that was last year, Peasy 100% doesn't come out of that game.
Yeah.
Last season, Pizzi does not come out of that game. And the fact that Jesus has the ball to pull him out, I think is huge. I think that in itself, for me, is telling that he's willing to take Pizzi off 20 minutes into the game, a guy with experience, right? And he takes him off to put Jardel in and doesn't take off someone like Everton, who has needed a break, someone like Rafa, right, who's hot and cold. For me, that tells me a lot that, you know what, you're Pizzi and you're our captain, but you're not replaceable.
You have to understand that Pizzi at that game, he was playing wing, right? And with a guy down, he's going to think counterattack. And he's not. I get it, but he's not going to use Pizzi for a counterattack. He's going to use Rafa and Everton, who are the faster guys on the wing, right? So it makes sense to take Pizzi out because in the wing, he's the slowest one. And he's more of like a possession type of play game. So if we have the possession like first 20 minutes, Pizzi is the right guy to be there. If we are counterattacks without the ball, then Pizzi is not the right guy to be there.
I want Pizzi control in the midfield.
All right, we'll see. Up top, what are we going with? I'm saying Darwin
and
Luka.
Luka and Darwin.
I think that's a given. I think it's gonna
the studs.
Danny thinks same lineup as Rangers, except Darwin comes in for Seth. So that means Luka sitting.
No, I don't think he sits Luka.
Okay.
No.
All right. Right.
Hey, someone did write. I think it was Alfredo. He wrote
Alfredo.
Alfredo sauce.
He wrote that Pizzi's not a big game player, and I agree with
Look, no. I was just saying that'd be earlier. Just go back on the stats you have there for Benfica Braga, and Pizzi scores on almost every game, the last 3-4 games against Braga. So, like, he does score against big teams. So I'm not seeing where he's not going to make for this game.
Like the other day, you said that there's no big teams in Portugal.
Garbage. Garbage.
Now
Garbage was the word.
They were junk. I thought Sporting was junk. And now
they're junk. You know how
they were playing a junk team. That's why Pizzi scores.
What's that guy? That guy on the freaking for football. That guy,
John Madden.
Tony Romo.
Madden.
The guy keeps saying that it falls off the cliff. That Brady falls off the cliff.
Tony Romo.
No, the guy on freaking
Madden.
No, God damn it.
Max Kellerman.
Yeah, that's the guy. He keeps saying Tom Brady's going to fall off the cliff. Fall off the cliff. But he never did, right? But Sporting is giving us...
I know a lot of people that said it.
But Sporting, they always do. So that's why they call him junk. Like, if Brady fell off the cliff, he would have been junk too. No. His history speaks for itself.
That's like football, dude.
All right, let's do predictions. What are we thinking for predictions here? Let's start with Jay, top right corner here.
I put 2-1. Tight game. It's gonna be close. I think it's gonna be 1-1. Then I think we score around between the 75th and 90th.
Okay. People listening, give us your.
We don't say who scores, just a score, right?
You can say if you're feeling bold and you want to predict the score, you can do that too.
I think Darwin and Luka both score in this game.
Darwin and Luka. So if we win 2-1.
And I'll tell you this. I'll look this. I'll even say Niku scores for Braga.
It's like the obvious.
He doesn't celebrate though.
God damn it! Dude, Mike and Danny just took my fucking scores.
Oh yeah, Mike scored too. Yeah.
That's fine. So you're saying Darwin and Luka scored, Tang?
Yeah.
All right. If that score is 2-1 and Darwin and Luka score, compro uma cerveja.
I say 3-1. Pizzi scores. All right.
3-1.
Pizzi scores. Darwin. Pizzi scores. Actually, Pizzi scores 2 and Darwin 1.
Ooh.
Wow. Awesome.
Pizzi scores a PK.
Kenny?
So my score is also 3-1. I haven't thought about the scores, but you know what?
Ooh,
let's say Vertonghen gets 1.
Jesus. Eu nem sabe onde está a cabeça dele.
Hey, he's gonna pick a center back.
And Luka gets 2.
Ooh. Okay. So
Luka has stopped scoring. How many games has it been since he scored?
The last one he scored was against.
And that pass to Darwin on Thursday.
That pass was nice.
I'm gonna say Braga's got 9 goals in 6 games, so they average just about 1. They've only conceded 5 in 6 games. They don't concede many goals, or haven't. They concede, and 5 of those 3 was against Porto in the first game. I'm going to go 2-0. 2-0, and I guess I'll follow the trend. I'm going to say what Mikey says here. I'm going to say Otamendi scores a goal on a set piece, and Darwin scores.
So we got the same idea that one of the center backs scores off a set piece.
I think it's time for one of them to just rise to the occasion.
Vertonghen almost had one the other day.
He did, right at the goalie. And if he scores that goal, that game is completely different.
Yep.
Against Boavista.
Yep.
All right. Before we go, we got to play this game. Pick a name out of the two names out of the bucket and tell me who you would prefer. And for those of you listening, let us know who you think as well. All right. Let's see. Petit.
Wow.
I like them.
Or hold on,
Chip versus PSG.
Argel.
Petit.
Oh, Petit. Kevin.
Argel was a monster, dude.
Yeah, you can keep that.
Let's see. Canija.
Oh, Canija.
No, they're going back, huh?
Would you say Canija?
Yeah, Canija. João Pinto, Canija vão marcar. That's a song. Who sings that song? Is that Josh Ferreira or some shit?
George.
Canija or Ruben Diaz? That's an easy one.
Ruben.
Wait, Canija has a name for Benfica, guys.
He does.
Ruben.
He wasn't there long enough.
Dude.
And Ruben was? Ruben was the year.
Wow.
Ruben's a Benfica guy. All right, let's see.
Oscar didn't even pick.
He picked Canija.
Oscar anda a dormir.
No, I didn't watch Canija. I didn't watch.
Picks Canija. Okay.
No. Espera. Canija, I never watched him play. I saw the highlights. Like I said, I don't go by highlights, so I pick Ruben Diaz.
You didn't see him play because he wasn't there long enough.
Oh, baby. Socota.
Wow.
Foda-se que torto. Anybody else?
Socota or Rui Costa?
Oh, okay. Do we even have to pick?
Yeah, seriously. All right, let's see.
That's a giveaway.
We picked him last week. Oh, man. Kiki Fonseca? That guy
He scored one goal.
Do you guys remember his celebration?
He was, wasn't he?
He said dance like a goddamn bird. It was so stupid.
Yeah.
He scored against us in Mexico, in Germany, didn't he? Against Mexico. It was like only goal. It was 2-1. We beat Mexico, and he scored a header. And then we bought him. And then Benfica bought him right away.
All right, we got you're king of YouTube and you don't go by highlights.
What did you say?
Danny said you're the king of YouTube and you don't go by highlights.
I only watch my videos on YouTube.
This one's for Danny. Kiki Fonseca or Nuno Gomes?
That's easy.
Nuno.
Golos.
Oh man, it's a throwback.
I think Danny would choose Nuno Gomes over anybody.
Pierre Van Hooijdonk or Pablo Aimar?
Pablito.
Dude, Van Hooijdonk could score a free kick though. If he didn't come to Benfica at the time that he did with Valias Vidu and the chaos that was in the team at the time, I think he would have done so much better.
So, what's his name? Almeida, from Porto guy. I forget his name. Never mind, I forget his name.
Já andas a dizer merdas.
Aquele avançado do Porto que era grande.
Jardel?
No, Portuguese guy. He played against Spain and Portugal beat him 4-0. He even scored at the fourth goal.
Paciencia? No.
I don't know how you're talking.
Almeida.
Almeida.
No, Almeida. There's definitely Gonzalo Paciencia, probably.
No idea.
All right. Hugo Almeida?
Hugo Almeida. Remember the bomb he scored against Inter Milan?
Inter Milan, yeah. I remember that.
It was an empty stadium too.
Danny and Alfredo with the save there. We got them. Mikuli or Ramirez.
I say Mikuli. Just because you did against Liverpool. Fuck Liverpool. Fuck Liverpool shit.
Do you guys remember that play that he had against Betamar when he got the ball and twisted all in one motion in the box?
Yeah.
Oh, on the end line, right?
Beta Mar, right? Beta Mar, what you said?
Beta Mar, dude, he torched that defender. All right, we got some equally fans in here. I like it.
Him and Nuno Gomes, man, they used to be. I love those two.
Andre Gomes.
Meekly was so small, but he would like he was like a little pit bull.
Simãozinho, that team was awesome. I love that team.
Andre Gomes or Nico?
Gaetan?
Yeah.
Nico.
All right, 2 more, and then we sign off. We got João Felix.
Ooh.
Or Feja.
João Felix.
But
Feja had some important years with us.
He did.
Dude, Feja basically won everywhere he ever went.
Yeah, he only last when we lost to Penta is when he first one he lost.
That dude has so many championships.
All right. Last one. We got Jankowski. Speaking of the devil, somebody mentioned him in the comments.
Did he play the Revs?
So.
Jankowski.
Or Jankowski or João Vieira Pinto.
Dude, not even a question.
João Pinto, baby.
I picked Jankowski. Just because João Pinto went to Sporting. Fuck him.
Over anybody.
I'm joking. Do you know I'm joking? I don't even know Jankowski. Did Jankowski ever score a goal for us? I don't remember a goal he scored.
He actually did pretty good. He went to Porto, didn't he? Yeah, he went to Porto.
He went to Porto.
He was in the Revolution B team, probably.
Yeah.
Guy was awful. Awful.
He was all right. It was worse. We had worse. For those of you guys that remember worse than Jankowski, I remember worse. We had
Brian Dean,
Martin Pringle.
Martin Pringle, yeah, guy. Even Daí Tomás was aleijado também.
Hey, João Tomás was good.
Yeah, okay.
Go back and look at the stats. Go back and look at the stats.
When he played, he sucked.
Kinky,
he was not that good.
Go look at the stats.
Yeah, I think he was our striker when Mourinho was there.
João Tomás was a striker with Benoit Donk. They played together.
No, but he was our striker when Mourinho was coaching until Mourinho got fired.
I don't remember who the coach was.
He was. I saw highlights on YouTube.
Wait, I thought you didn't go by YouTube. All right, before we jump off, broadcasting information for the game against Braga Sunday, 8 o'clock in Portugal, 3 o'clock here in the United States. BTV in Portugal, obviously BTV International for those countries that have it. Here in the United States, in Canada, Cabo Verde, Angola, and Brazil. The listing's not listed yet. France, BTV and RMC Sport 2. And in the U.S., we have Gol TV, Gol TV Espanol, Benfica TV, and Fanatize USA. For all your broadcasting information, check out livesoccertv.com. They have an app on Android, on iOS. So check them out, download it. You can also check them out on the web. For us, you can contact us, ucantinho@benfiquista@gmail.com, on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Instagram, Cantinho Benfiquista, on Twitter. Myself, M. Gonçalves 10. Jason is Tank DeFont. Oscar Obi Portugal. Kenny K DeFont 4. We are also available on Google Podcasts and Apple Podcasts. Again, don't forget to subscribe. Check out our YouTube. Subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell. You'll get notifications. And as always, we appreciate you guys tuning in, listening, and joining the conversation. Any last thoughts, boys?
Yeah, let's turn the results around a little bit here.
All right. Good luck to Benfica this weekend. And obviously, it's Estando Portugal. Next week.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good evening. Thanks for tuning in. And as always, Viva o Benfica.
Viva Benfica.
Hey, smash the subscribe button.
There we go.
I like it. Smash the subscribe button.
You have to put the thing there, bro.
Take it easy, guys.
See you, everyone.
Later, guys. Bye.